Kids have many people that are exposed to them during their lives. There's always one person that a child falls in love with and always wants to be around. A child finds that one person that they always want to be held by, play with, or the person that gives them the best hugs. There are also people that children dislike at times during their lives. I owe a tribute to the person that always made me feel wanted, the person I always wanted cuddles from, the person I always wanted to play with, the person I always wanted hugs from, and the person I got into the most arguments with. This special person is my mother. Most people love their mothers, and all of those special mothers have the same motherly specialties. My mother is the most amazing and special person in my life. Without her in my life, I would not know who I am or where I am today. My mother is caring, my mother is my biggest fan, and my mother is the most hardworking person I know. My mother is caring. My mother puts everyone before herself. Whenever I need to talk about something, she is always willing to listen and give advice, or even if I don't want the advice, she will still just listen to me. An example quoted by Allison: when I had decided to move out, she gave me advice on how to save money based on her past with her parents. My mother also gives amazing hugs. As a child, who doesn't like hugs? Or as an adult, who doesn't like hugs? My mother's hugs are the type of hugs that make a rainy day full of sunshine. A quote by Allison: throughout high school, there were always lots of drama and bullying, and when I spent nights in my room crying because of how mean girls were, she always gave me the tight, warm, comforting hugs. My mother is caring, but she is also my biggest fan. When I played sports, she is at every game cheering me on. She was sat through every rainy soccer game I had. A quote by Amanda: I remember during the strongest rainstorms and strong winds, she would sit on the sidelines in her chair holding an umbrella over her head with a big warm coat on and cheering as loud as possible. She even sat through most of my volleyball tournaments and games. I could always hear her on the other side screaming my name. Not only on sports, my mother cheered me on through my education. Throughout my MAT surgical technology program, my mom supported me 100%. When I walked across the stage to get my diploma for the surgical tech program, my mother screamed so loud that it brought tears to my eyes. I knew she was so proud of me. My mother is also my current biggest fan because she is supporting me through my current education to become an AA. With all the stress of a full-time work schedule and school schedule, she still continues to support me and cheer me on every day. My mother was my biggest fan, but she is also the most hardworking person I know. She plays the roles of mom and dad and has played those roles for the last 10 years of my life. When my parents got divorced, my sisters and I were all at low points of our lives. She supported 3 children and she never gave up on being a parent. Even when my mom was at a low point in her life, she always managed to keep us strong, well-fed, and made sure we were happy first. A quote by Amanda: seeing her mother at one of the lowest points of her life, she still managed to take a role on of not just being a mother, but also being a father figure. A quote by Allison: since the divorce, she has always made sure that we would grow up as wonderful, smart, and happy adults. The divorce was a battle we all had to tackle to get through, and the easiest way to do that was to work as a team. Throughout the divorce, she never gives up. Stated by Josh, she works hard so that my sisters and I are always happy. Josh's quote: she does everything humanly possible to keep a smile on all 3 of her girls' faces. She would do anything and everything for those girls. Even though we argue, and even though my mother and I don't always see eye to eye, as I'm sure we all do with our parents, my mother is the reason I am here today. My mother is caring, my mother is my biggest fan, and my mother is the hardest worker I know. Everyone has a certain somebody they go to for everything, a certain somebody they owe lots of thanks to, and a certain somebody who they owe everything to for making them the person they are today. I owe my many thanks to my amazing mother.